hickory-dickory-dock. Time to beat the clock. Time for fun has now begun. Let's all play beat the clock.
Beat the Clock is brought to you by Sylvania. For half a century, a quality name in incandescent bulbs, fluorescent tubes and fixtures, photo lamps, radio and television sets, radio and television tubes, and electronic devices. Yes, for homes, offices, schools, and factories, Sylvania.
Let's all play Beat the Clock.
Now, here is America's #1 clock watcher, Bud Collyer.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and welcome once again to Beat the Clock, the show where you can have the time of your life playing against time for big-time prizes. Now, if you'll come over here with me, we will re-meet some very charming people who last week it was kind of precarious whether they were coming back or whether you weren't coming back. As I recall, you had a couple of youngsters with you last week, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
Which two did you have?
The two girls.
And their names were?
Nancy and Connie.
And they couldn't come back tonight, huh? Let's
No.
see, you live in Walden, is that?
Woburn, Massachusetts.
Woburn, Massachusetts. How far is that from Boston or some big town? That
About 10 miles
from Boston. I see. Did you tell them to watch and you would wave to them?
Yes, I
kind of
did.
thought you did. There's your camera right for you. Wave right in that. Say hello to them.
Hi, Nan and Con.
There you are. What time do you want them to go to bed?
Well, it's not tonight.
Oh, it's not tonight.
No,
Well, you don't
won't
have to go to
help
bed
tonight.
tonight. Then stay up all night. All right.
Oh, dear.
Hey, I explained the bonus done to you now. You probably know already we have a new bonus running, and it's worth $300. Wherever the bell happens to ring during our show, whoever our contestants at that time get a chance to try the bonus. Could even be you in the few minutes that you're up here, because you had beaten our $200 clock. You're about to try the jackpot clock. We'll find out what your problem is in just a minute. Mr. and Mrs. Wallach, that's W-A-L-L-A-C-K. So many times it's A-C-H, but this is A-C-k. Makes it a little different. Bet you have to spell it many times. You probably get it the other way thrown right back at you, don't you?
Right.
What's your first name again, Mr. Wallace?
Zellman, but they call me Zell.
Zell, and what's your first name?
Lillian.
Lillian, all right. And then Zell and Lillian, if you don't mind now, your wife is going to carry on for the family. You're just kind of here for the Christmas tree trimming, in other words. If you'll both step back over there. Mrs. Wallach, if you'll step up on this platform and face the audience. Now, all I can tell you, sir, is that you can't help her in any way. Think real good thoughts, though, and you'll be surprised how often it helps. In back of this curtain is our famous jackpot board, which you have won your way to. On it are all of the words of a famous saying or quotation. They're all mixed up and out of order. We want you to move them around on the board until they get back in the order in which they should be to spell out the saying or quotation we're after. Do you understand? Okay, now you have 20 seconds from the time I say go. Turn around when I tell you to. Open the curtain. Turn around. Go. All right, stop the clock. Don't touch the chicken before they're... It almost black through the scenery, man. Oh, the last thing she did was collapse right back. We should have somebody back there to catch you. Well, now step in close here again, because you're going to get a chance now, since you've beaten our jackpot clock, to see what you've won. Just take a look over here.
Oh, my goodness.
Mr. and Mrs. Wallach, your prize is Sylvania's exquisite console, the Montclair, with genuine hand-rubbed mahogany inlay doors. Large 21-inch movie-clear television with surrounding halo light for the greatest viewing comfort in all television. The Montclair is outstanding in performance and design. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Wallach. You have just won Sylvania's jackpot prize.
I'm awfully glad you won the jackpot. Kiss those kids for me, will you? Good night. All right, now, Roxanne, whom do we have now? My goodness. Hey, we got them all trussed up already, haven't we, huh?
But I'd like you to meet Mr. and Mrs. George Marquis from Newark, New Jersey.
Well, hi there, Mr. and Miss Marquis. You must have found that out. I don't see the name here. Let's try and get the first names on here as often as we can. Would you step right back in there, please, George? And Miss Marquis, step alongside him, if you don't mind. I had a trained nurse, when I was a very, very little tiny baby boy, and they tell me her name was Miss Marwick, and all I could say was Marquis, and I called her Miss Marquis. That's what it was. M-A-R-K-E-Y of Newark, New Jersey. What do you do, George?
I'm an organist and choir master.
Is this what they're wearing this season?
No, this is something...
Oh, this is something you picked up here at our special bargain sale. Well, now, wait, do I see here that you also are an organist and a choir master?
I help him.
You help him. You both play, then, I understand. Is that right? You play the organ, too. You're married 6 years. You have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, 2 girls and a boy, or 3 of something?
2 boys,
And a girl.
Good enough. I have 2 girls and a boy. If you'll stick after the show, we may work out a little something here. Mr. and Ms. Marquis, good luck to you now, because we have a little problem that's going to involve both of you, each helping the other. Will you both come over here with me on the $100 clock? Now, first, step right alongside of me, if you will, please. I want to show you, Betty is going to put a series, let me have just one of them, if you will, Betty. Put the others right down there, if you will. She's going to put tops down there on the stage, you see? Now, I want you to notice that in these tops, there is a special little loop around the top of each one, see? Now, the problem is simply this. Your husband is going to take this fishing pole. You might as well come over here, sir, because this is where you'll be required to work from. And holding it, you know, with your finger around that little sort of trigger there, that's the way you hold this thing. You're to pick up these tops one at a time with the end of this fish pole there. Pick them up, carry them across the stage, and put 2 of them on this table and leave them there. Got the idea? That's all you have to do. Just put 2 of them on that table. Now, in the meantime, you, Mrs. Marquis, take that if you will, please, sir, you are to start these spinning, you see? And you spin them like this. And when you get it spinning well, that's when you let go of it and let your husband pick it up by that little loop, and immediately you start spinning another one, so there's always one for him. 2 tops must be released on that table spinning in order to beat the clock. Do you understand the problem? Huh? Look a little suspicious, Mr. Marquis. What's the matter?
No.
Don't think it can be done? Well, it can be. You'll be surprised. Now, take a look at the clock and see how many seconds you have. 45 seconds from the time I say go together. There's 2 tops spinning on that table. Now, I won't say go until you get the first top spinning. You ready? Start it spinning. Get it spinning good and fast. Go! Gently now, gently. Gently. Don't let it stop. Don't let it stop. All right, hurry up. 1 more to go. Gently. He does it. All right! Okay, good enough. Fair enough. Okay. Back in here, Mr. Marquis, if you will, right back where you were. See, we never know quite where to draw the line on these. We said both spinning at the same time they were. One of them spun right off on the floor immediately afterward, but we can't quibble on that. For the one moment, we had an interesting thing the other week, you know, where a couple of people had to get a couple of things off the floor at the same time. It meant juggling something up between them. They got them up between their legs and just jumped, and for a fraction of a second, everything was off the floor. We had to give it to them. We get outthought on these things all the time. You're now at the $200 clock, and it involves the reason why you are dressed the way you are. It is a brand new way of breaking old balloons you might have hanging around your house. Do you have any old balloons hanging around your house?
Not that haven't been broken.
Not that haven't been broken? Well, in case you do, come over here with me, will you please? And girls, bring out our special new balloons around the house breaking device. There we are. It's a special device that we've dreamed up just for you, Mr. Marquis. If you'll step up right there, Betty has a shower cap for you to keep that long hair of yours out of your eyes. Step right up there. Miss Marquis, if you will proceed around the far side of that flat there, you'll find where you operate from. Betty will show you that, too. Need a non-skid help there? That's a boy. Having a rough time with it. All right, now, if you will just lie down, sir, facing me. See that pillow there? See that pillow? Put your back of your head on that pillow. Leave it right there. No, leave it where we have it. My goodness, he wants to adjust his own bed here. Now, lie down with your feet out this way. Feet out this way. I'm having quite a time here. That's the idea. That's it. You just pull out the double diapason there, and you'll feel more comfortable. Now, get your head right on it. That's it. Now, I'll show you why you have to be right where you are. Thank you very much, Madeline. I'm going to place this cork in your teeth, which has in it a needle, you see? Very sharp needle. Get a good tight hold on it. Now, you see, you must be directly under these balloons, because these are filled with helium. That's what holds them up there. They slide down along a little wire here, and when they get down close enough to you, they will break on that needle. Get the idea? And you are to break all 4 balloons. Now, how do they get down there? That's your department, Mrs. Marquis. We have found that a certain amount of weight on these balloons will make them go down of their own accord. So what is the weight? Whipped cream. What else? There it is. You know how to operate those? It's a ready whip. Beg pardon? No, I'll show you what you do. You don't push on it. You take this little thing like that, you see, and you press it to any side you want, just like that, see? And out it comes. There we are. Now, I want you to start with this balloon first. You see it? This one right here. Break that one first, then break the next one above it, then break the next one, and in that order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the idea? Now, wait till I tell you how many seconds you have. You have 30 seconds from the time I say go to break all 4 balloons. You ready? Go! That's it. There's one. For posterity. All right, now, if you stay right there, sir, the girls will get you all cleaned up. You come on over here with me, Mrs. Marquis. Oh, dear. As I said before, it's a good way to break old balloons around the house. Now, the girls will get him all cleaned up for you. You don't have to worry about a thing. Meantime, it is your turn now to try our jackpot clock. So if you will step right up on this platform at the far end right there, right down there, turn around and face the audience. I'll tell you when to turn around again. And look, in back of this curtain is our jackpot board. All of the words of a famous saying or quotation are all scrambled up on it. You've got to unscramble them, move them around on the board so that in final position that you place them, they spell the saying or quotation we're after. In 20 seconds from the time I say go. All right, don't look till I tell you. Open the curtain. Turn around, take a look. Go. Stop the clock. A house divided against itself. Penalty game is right. And you beat my jackpot clock, Mrs. Marquis. Come on down here. Oh, my. I tell you, this is a good night for the Marquis, wasn't it, huh?
Yes, it was.
I don't think I asked you if you have the 3 children watching?
I think so.
Are they? Well, now, that you and I watch also while we see what you've won. Just take a look over here.
Mr. and Mrs. Marquis, your prize also is Sylvania's exquisite console, the Montclair, with genuine hand-rubbed mahogany inlay doors. Large 21-inch movie-clear television with surrounding halo light for the greatest viewing comfort in all television. The Montclair is outstanding in performance and design. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Marquis. You two have just won Sylvania's jackpot prize.
My congratulations to you, too. You'll find your husband all safe and sound backstage. Good night. Roxanne, who are our next contestants?
But I'd like you to meet Mr. and Mrs. Al Lennon from Detroit, Michigan.
Thank you very much, Roxanne. Hello, Mrs. Lennon. How are you?
Hello, fine, thank
Al,
you.
how are you?
Fine, Bud.
Certainly nice to meet you. What do you do in Detroit?
Well, I sell picture craft paintings. In other words, you can paint your own pictures.
Was this one of those, the numbers?
Number
in the
That's right,
oil?
sir.
One of my daughters had one of those for Christmas. She's had a wonderful time with it.
That's fine.
You really turn out a very professional-looking
Yes, our
painting.
5-year-old is painting one, and
If
it's
you
real
didn't know
nice.
how it was done, you might think somebody was pulling a fast genius on you here. You have, how many children?
One little girl, Diane.
And she's 5, did you say?
She's watching.
She is. Well, you may have the same permission. Wave right out here alongside him. He's close on me.
Hello,
but-
Diane.
There we are. Hello,
Hi,
Diane.
honey.
And there's Mr. and Mrs. Al Lennon, Lennon of Detroit, Michigan. Your daughter's watching, so you watch out. Now, we have a little problem in a steady hand and a very calm bit of cooperation between husband and wife. Will you both come over here with me on the $100 clock? Ask you to come over here, if you will, Mrs. Lennon, and turn around and face your husband right about there. You can stand right about where you are, Al. Going to give each one of you, I'm sorry, Madeline, a fish pole. Using a lot of fish poles tonight. Now, there's a hook hanging, what else, from the bottom of each one of these fish poles. I'll just turn this around and untwist it for you there. Now, on that hook, on each one of these hooks, we're going to place one of these paper cups, in the bottom of which we put a little metal loop, you see, like that. There we are. Now, when I say go, your problem is simply this. You must get this paper cup that's on your fish pole, Mr. Lennon, reposing upon your wife's pretty head like that, without anything else supporting. You must get it unhooked and just sitting there. You must, in the meantime, be doing exactly the same thing with the cup on Mr. Lennon's head. You understand? When each of you are standing there, balancing a cup on your head, we'll stop the clock and you'll beat the clock. All right? Now, take a look over there first and see how many seconds you have. 50 seconds to get your heads well balanced under these. I'm going to ask you both to turn around away from each other first and turn back when I say go. Turn around. Are you ready? Go! No, turn around. You can turn around, face her. Up, hold it, stop the clock. There's a misunderstanding there. You can turn right around and face her again when you do it, you see? This is just a starting point for us, that's all. And if either cup drops off, we have to go back and start over again. Are you ready? Go! She wants the other side. She wants to get on the other side there. That's it. Just be careful. Oh, careful it doesn't unhook until you get it sitting there now. Get it over this way a little more, see? Meantime, hold your own head steady so she can get sitting there. Oh, still have 20 seconds. Just kind of stop it swinging there, Miss Lennon. That's it. Get it rested. That's it. That's it. Careful now. Whoop, whoop. Get it up a little higher. Yeah, you've got yours. He's got his. He's got his. Get yours on quick. Oh, golly, I'm sorry you didn't beat the clock. The clock beats you. That's a shame. That really is too bad. We always feel extra bad when people try so hard. That's all right. Come on, bring it out. Here's what we have for you. Anyway, so you don't go away empty-handed. One of Sylvania's nice radios. Take it along with you with our best wishes, and thanks so much for being with us tonight. Good night. Roxanne, who are our next contestants?
Bud, we have Mr. and Mrs. Bill Robinson from Evansville, Indiana.
Well, good enough. Thank you very much. Hello, Bill. How are you?
Very good.
Ms. Robinson, how are you?
Just fine,
Nice
thank
to
you.
have you both with us. Robinson, Evansville, Indiana. And you obviously in the Navy for how long, sir?
Well, I've got 4 years. I got about 2.5 to go.
2.5 to go. You've been married
1 year and 1 month.
1 year and 1 month. Do you have any little sailors running
No.
around the house? Not yet, huh?
No.
Where's home?
Evansville.
It's in Evansville.
Yes,
I
uh-huh.
see. All right, where are you stationed right now, Bill?
Well, I'm on the USS Wasp aircraft carrier.
Huh? Well, we haven't got anything that you can particularly find on the USS Wasp, but let's see what we have find, and don't let it sting you. Both of you come over here, if you will, with me. This is on the $100 clock. Now, if you'll stand on this side of me, Mrs. Robinson, Bill on the other, and facing each other, if you will. Going to give Mrs. Robinson, she gets this one, doesn't she? The red one, isn't that the one she gets? Is it or isn't it? I forget. Huh? I thought it was. Thank you very much. All right. Now, if you will hold that like that, hold it with 2 hands, but both toward the end. And you can hold with 2 hands, too, if you want to, but they must be toward that end. You can't go sliding up on the thing. I'm going to place a cup on your wife's mallet here. You see, like that. Good and steady. There we are. Now, I'm going to place a saucer on top of the cup. Now, the next cup I'm going to place on top of your croquet mallet, and here's what your problem is. When I say go, I want you to stack that cup on top of that saucer upright. Then we will give you another saucer to put on top of that cup. Do that, we'll stop the clock, and you'll beat the clock. You understand? Take a look at the clock and see how many seconds you have. 55 seconds. Are you ready? Go. Careful, boy. All right, hold it. Start again. Start again. Just get it. Put it on here now, nice and steady. Now, it takes a steady hand, boy. You got to be real careful about that. You understand? Okay, go. Take it easy. Slide it on front. Oh, stop the clock. Here we go again. There we go. Now, I'm going to make the same suggestion I did before, Bill, and that is simply this. That I think what you might do better than trying to slide it from the front where you can't see what it's doing, slide it in from the side. We can watch it a little better. You ready? Go. Easy now. Oh, you just hold that as steady as you can. Don't you move it in any way, shape, or form. We're breaking cups right and left here. Go ahead, put it on there, Betty. Madeline. All right, get it good and steady on here. You ready? Go. Now, wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. You're not holding it quite level. Suppose you hold it about like that. That's it. Go. Steady, easy. Let it slide gently. Very gently. Don't move that. There. You just got to hold on so steady there, Mrs. Robinson, if you can. We're just breaking cups and saucers by the carload lot here tonight. Now, you just hold that good and steady. You ready? Go. Gently. Gently, boy. Real gently. Try to steady. There. Now, get it straight. Get it straight. Get it straight. Still have 27 seconds. You can do it. Gently. That's it. Get it straight up. Get it this way. And slide it into the center. Come on. That's it. That's it. Get it in. That's it. That's it. Hold it. You hold very steady, Mrs. Robinson. All right. Comes now the saucer. One saucer. Here we are. Very careful on this one. Very careful. Slide it from that side, which is nearer. Ah! Oh. Now look. You've got just 6 seconds. You almost did it. You can still do it in 6 seconds if you'll just be careful and try. Oh, he's got to start from where he was. Start from where he was. Now, be careful. Now, you ready? Go. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold it. Hold it. Stop that clock again. Put it back a little if I chipped him on that. All right. Ready? Go. Get it on it. Oh, Golly, I'm afraid we haven't got time now, so the clock beats you. Everybody's not beating the clock tonight. Well, that's too bad. Come on, Bill and Mrs., because I think we have for you the same thing we had for those other couple back there. Let's bring it out here. We're just as sorry as anybody else, but sometimes that clock just goes on the rampage and beats everybody. There's for you with our best wishes. Thanks for being such good sport. Good night. Okay, Roxanne, who's next? Boy, what carnage tonight, huh?
Terrific.
Nobody can beat that clock.
Bud, we have Corporal Marvin Manton and his fiancée, Joan Basso, from New York.
Well, hi there, fiancés. How are you?
Hi,
Joan Basso, B-A-S-S-O, is that right? You live here in New York City?
That's right.
And what do you do?
I'm a fashion designer.
Now, how about you, Marvin, is that it?
That's correct.
The bonus! You get to try the bonus, boy, and it's worth $300. Come on out here, Marv. Bring out the bonus. Bring out the bonus, girls. There it comes. Have you seen this yet, Marv?
Yes,
have you?
I have, yes.
Oh, it's a tough one. All right, now if you just step up here alongside of me as close as you can, you know probably pretty much what it is they have to do. You have to catch in the bowl of one of these pipes one ping pong ball. Come on, now sit in there. Don't be stubborn. That's it. And the other ping pong ball in the bowl of this little pipe here, and they both can be brought together, as you can see. Only difference in the way I did it and the way you do it is you put the pipes in your mouth. That's the idea. Now, you can adjust them any way you want to, and take a look at our clock and see how many seconds you have to, without touching anything with your hands, to get one ball in each pipe bowl. Got the idea? Take a look. You have 40 seconds. Go. Sorry there, boy. You didn't beat the clock again. The clock beat you. Yeah, I know you did, fella, but it'll be done. Sooner or later, somebody will catch up with that one. They can rule all of our bonus bets. And, of course, we don't use anything that can't be done. We have at least 50% success on them, but we don't use them. Now, that means you don't lose anything by that. You still go up to try a $100 clock. All right, now, let's see. Corporal Marvin Manton and his fiancée, Joan Basso. When are you getting married, by the way?
4 weeks.
In 4 weeks. Oh, that's real close. Well, may I wish you all the happiness in the world. Okay, now the next bit of job for you is on the $100 clock, and it's all yours, Marv. Will you come over here with me, please? You ever have anything to do in the Army that involves getting in a pickup truck and going around and picking up little odds and ends of things? You have.
Certainly have.
Most people who've been in the Army have at one time or another. All right, so we have a special little pickup truck for you, and on it there are 4 articles of feminine clothing here, you see? Now, show you what I'm going to do with them, Marv. You stay right there, if you will. I'm going to drop one right here, see? I'm going to drop one right here. I'm going to drop another one right here. And this fine little garment, I haven't any idea what it is, going to drop that right there. Okay. Now, I want you to pick these garments up in your pickup truck in this order. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pull them in the truck. The truck? Why this? Raise this up. And I want you to get on your hands and knees with your head down this way. That's the idea. Now, when we close this side, put your arm out through the hole that's there. Okay, now that is your means of locomotion, Marv. You have to push this truck by your hand along the route there and pick up all of those things, pull them in through the hole, go on to the next one. When you got all 4 articles inside the truck, we'll stop the clock and you'll beat the clock. You understand? Okay, I'll tell you how many seconds. 45 seconds to complete the pickup. Are you ready? Go! Pull it in. Attaboy. Wait! One more to go, fella. All right! Oh, good enough, Marv. I don't guess you want to drive one like that very much, though. That's kind of tough on the arm and the hands, isn't it? All right, boy. That means you've gone through the $100 clock, and you're left-handed? Oh, that made it tougher on you then, didn't it? My goodness, southpaw. All right, let's move on to the $200 clock now. And this involves the same sort of a thing, another sort of a pickup with another kind of a box, but this, your lovely fiancée, is going to help you with this one. So will you both come over here with me? All right, now just step right over here, if you will, please. So you can see there's a window in each side of this large box. You see it? Yes. Now, that's for you to see out of and also to maneuver with also. Now, the girls are going to place 7 of these balls around in a semicircle, starting with one here, and the semicircle will go around in the stage in that way. You want to start with this ball and pick them all up inside this box. Now, when I say pick them up, I don't mean you can touch them with your hands. You can't. But merely by using the box to trap them and move on and trap another one and move on and trap another, catch all 7 balls. You understand? Yes. All right, take a look and see how many seconds you have. 45 seconds. Raise up the carton here. Going to get you both under it. Raise it up. The girls will hold it up for you. Climb under there, hat and all. Whoop. Lower it down. Okay, you can use these to look out of and also to hold by. Oh, hey, we got them in there, and our time has run out. All right, uncover them again. Oh, we got just that far and no further. Let me ask you something. Can you come back next week?
Yes.
Okay, good enough. You can find yourself a large carton like that. You can practice this around the house, okay? We'll see you next week then. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bud Collyer speaking for Sylvania, hoping that next time may be your time to beat the clock. Good night, everybody.
This has been a Mark Goodson-Todman production. Produced in association with the CBS television network. Roxanne Joan, a Hannah Troy original. This is Vern Bennett reminding you to tune in every week at the same time for Beat the Clock.